Some people search online for phrases like, "Play the NASA brain song lyrics," assuming there is a traditional song with words they can listen to or sing along with. This is a common misunderstanding because the brain song is often discussed in a way that sounds similar to music or audio tracks found on streaming platforms. However, the NASA brain song is not a real song in the musical sense, and it does not contain lyrics. As a result, searches such as "Play the NASA brain song lyrics," "the NASA brain song lyrics," or simply "lyrics" do not correspond to any written or vocal composition. This program is actually a structured memory improvement audio track developed by neuroscientist Dr. James Rivers. Visit the link in the description below to download the brain song. It is designed as a short, guided listening session, typically around 17 minutes, that uses sound patterns rather than language or vocals. The purpose is not entertainment or musical expression, but cognitive stimulation through audio-based neural entrainment. In this context, the keyword "play," the NASA brain song lyrics, reflects how users often approach it as if it were a conventional song, even though its format is entirely instrumental and science-oriented. The program is based on the idea that certain sound frequencies can interact with brain activity. In particular, it uses rhythmic audio patterns intended to guide the brain toward gamma wave states, which are commonly associated in neuroscience research with attention, memory processing, and information integration. The brain song also references brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein linked to neural plasticity and learning capacity. Science has demonstrated that specific sounds that resonate with particular brainwave patterns can influence mental states, although outcomes can vary depending on the individual and listening conditions. Follow the link in the description to experience the brain song frequency. When users play the brain song, they are engaging with a passive audio experience rather than performing or listening to lyrics. There is no singing voice, no instrumental melody in the traditional sense, and no structured language content. Instead, the audio consists of layered frequencies, tonal shifts, and stereo effects designed to create a consistent listening environment. This is why any search involving lyrics is technically mismatched with the actual format of the program. The brain song is commonly described as being developed by Dr. James Rivers, a neuroscientist with training associated with NASA-related research environments. In this context, NASA is not an official endorsement or a production label, but rather a reference used in describing his background and research influences. The program itself remains a standalone digital audio track distributed for personal cognitive use. From a functional perspective, the brain song is intended for daily listening sessions. Users typically use headphones to follow the sound patterns more precisely. The structure is designed so that the listener does not need to actively focus on the audio. Instead, it works in the background while the brain gradually synchronizes with the rhythmic stimulation. This is where terms like neural entrainment and brainwave alignment are often used to describe its mechanism. The idea behind this type of audio is that repeated exposure to certain frequencies may support mental clarity and memory performance over time. Research in neuroscience has explored how auditory stimulation can influence brainwave activity, particularly in relation to attention and relaxation states. While not all claims around specific programs are universally verified, the general principle that sound can affect cognitive states is well established in scientific literature. For users searching "Play the NASA brain song lyrics," it is important to clarify that there are no spoken words or written lyrics associated with the program. Instead, The correct expectation is an audio-based cognitive tool that functions more like a guided sound environment than a musical composition. This distinction helps avoid confusion when trying to locate or understand the content. In practice, people who use the brain song are usually looking for a simple way to incorporate cognitive support into their routine without additional effort, such as exercises, meditation, or study techniques. The listening process is passive, meaning it can be played while resting or focusing on other tasks. The absence of lyrics is intentional, as language could interfere with the type of neural synchronization the audio is designed to encourage. Visit the link in the description below to download the Brain Song. Overall, this program exists in a different category from conventional music. It is not structured around melody, vocals, or lyrical storytelling, which explains why searches like the NASA Brain Song lyrics or play the NASA Brain Song lyrics lead to confusion. Instead, it is a neuroscience-inspired audio program focused on memory support, brainwave entrainment, and non-verbal sound design.